How old is this barn?
This barn was built in 1908, and it's a wood construction. It doesn't have any nails except for the outside boards. The barn was built by Swiss carpenters, and I don't really know the story behind the design, but they put a design on this door, and the Swiss flag is in the middle of it, and they made this real nice, unique door that everyone who comes by here likes to look at and take pictures of. Was
that colored then? Would that have been painted right in the middle?
Oh, I believe it was white originally.
That's heavy-duty hardware there.
Yeah, and then these doors, these places on this side we use for hay storage now, but when they had lots of horses around, they had the stalls on the side, and they had the hay in the middle and up on top. And they had the stalls and the mangers on the side where the horses would get in here and when it was really tough winters. And then they had the corrals on the outside where they could leave them go out when the weather was better.
Is this the kind of construction that was typical in the old days?
I believe so. There was quite a few barns, or most of the barns in this area that I knew of were built this way. They didn't use the nails to try to bring the frame together. They took these logs from the mountains here behind us and they hand-hewed them into, they squared them off enough where they would have boards sit on top of them, and this one you can see has been squared up, and then they had a like a tongue and a groove. There was a groove in this piece, and there was a tongue on this one where they went together, and then right here they had drilled holes in there, and these wood pins hold these pieces together, and they seem to be that they'll just last forever. And
the way that beam is set on there, cut in, is kind of like in Virginia City with the construction.
Right,
of the
yes.
Square timbers.
It's a square timber
thing?
construction is what it's called, yes. All of the old barns were done that way in this valley pretty much. And there's a few of them left, but some of them have burnt down and things.
So these, and the beams here you mentioned, are the wood's actually from Lake Tahoe.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but
anyway.
it is from this area. It was either come out of Alpine County here to the south, or some of this I kind of think came right from behind here, because at one time my grandfather owned some ground farther up into the mountains and had timber on it right behind here. So I think that's where they cut the timber and brought it down and worked it right here and put the barn up.
You must feel proud of them.
Well, yeah, I think they took a lot of pride. It's almost 100 years, and it still slides real well on the slide, and is real easy to open and close. The old-timers took a lot of pride in everything that they built. You can go all over these old ranches, and you can see that there was a lot of pride behind anything that was built.
This ranch combines these beautiful old buildings, and then the new also, the modern. Jeremy Scassa is the grandson on this operation. What do you think brought your ancestors here in the first place?
Well, it'd definitely be the mountains. They reminded them so much of Switzerland, and through whatever hardships is why they left Switzerland, and they found their way here, and that's where they ended up settling.
And this old building here, the bunkhouse, is, I understand, this is your headquarters.
Yeah, for the moment, that's for sure.
In the westerns we used to watch, the bunkhouse was where all the guys would be bunking. But now you can handle the work of several now, I guess.
Well, yeah, with the continuation of modern equipment, it takes place of lots of people. I don't know that we work any slower or any less than we ever used to. It seems like now we farm more acres.
Well, what keeps you here on a family ranch when many people your age would be, heading off somewhere else for a job with Microsoft?
Well, I don't know. Never have been one for sitting in an office, that's for darn sure. Love working outside and something different every day. And it's in the blood. It's something I can't ignore. There are times when you think that there is a little bit easier life out there, maybe. It surely make more money. But what we're doing here, it's just something in you. It's always there with you, and it'd kill me to ever not be able to do it.
Do you feel pressure from the forces of development that we can see as we look out here? It's coming? Does it feel like it's coming your way, or is this place so strong? It's been here so long that you can just remain here.
No, you see it coming every day, and it's a hard thing to ignore. And I hope to, at least in my generation, not have to move on because of the push. But every day is a new day, and it continues to get tougher, not easier. So we'll have to see what the future brings, I guess.
We'll head next to the southern part of the state, where Las Vegas and its environs are booming. About an hour's drive east along the Virgin River, just shy of Mesquite, lies the early-day settlement of Bunkerville, established in 1877. There we meet up with longtime dairy farmer Roger Bunker, in the town founded by his great-grandfather. And the house that we're walking next to here has been in your family for quite a while.
Yes, great-grandmother was the first one to live here, and my grandfather raised his family here, my father, so I grew up here.
Dairy farming was thriving in the valley, and a dairy soon came into the family. Roger grew up learning all about milking and hard work.
Yeah, we had to walk there at least once a day, sometimes twice a day.
In the summer, that must have been pretty hot.
Yeah. We tried not to do it during the afternoon, but mostly in the morning and evening. That's when we do our chores.
Eventually, Roger and his family moved to a modern house that overlooks a farm that reflects an investment of time and energy by several generations of Bunkers. Well, this family farm that you have has been in your family a long time.
For over 100 years, yes. Well, this is my grandfather, Hector Bunker, and actually his father is Edward Bunker, the namesake for Bunkerville. He was the one of the first settlers that come in here. Hector had it, and then my father.
And those are the pictures behind you on the wall
here
there.
On the wall. And then I inherited it more or less from my father, and now my son, Robert, has the farm. And we even have, of course, grandchildren that are here as well.
Roger's son, Robert, has now taken over the day-to-day supervision of this complex operation.
I grew up here, had chores to do. As a boy, I wasn't as excited about the farm as I am now. But it was just work, and a lot of my friends didn't have to do that, so I didn't think I should have to do it either. But it taught me to work and appreciation for things that now I see some of my friends maybe don't have.
Well, these cows here, these are Holsteins mainly.
All the black and white are Holsteins. You can see a few colored animals down the hall there. There's a few Jersey cows, and we have those just for, I guess, because we enjoy seeing them.
They're pretty.
Yeah, my father also, when he was starting here, they had a all Jersey herd for a period of time. So I think Dad enjoys seeing them too.
One feature you have here, Robert, that I don't remember seeing is the fans here.
We have 120 of these fans. They're 36-inch fans. And in the summer, we'll get temperatures as hot as 120 degrees. And cows don't like the heat any more than we do. They go into what's called heat stress at anything over 80 degrees. So we do everything we can to make them comfortable. Everybody's got shade and fans, and the little hoses hanging down there are from high-pressure mist systems. There's two different pumps that put out a different amount of water depending on the temperature and how hot it is and how humid it is. Try to cool them off as best we can. In the summer, these cows will drink as much as 50 or 60 gallons of water in a day to produce that milk.
Wow.